There's a painting by, name will come to me, but it's called The Scream. And he made a huge amount of money out of it. And there are several versions. The name of the artist will come to me. We're listening to Beethoven's Violin Concerto. Edvard Munch. M-U-N-C-H. Now, I am not the first human being. Get the lighting a bit better. Sorry. To feel like screaming at the state of the world, quite frankly. Edvard Munch, he did several versions of it and they sell for millions now, the painting. I know, because I used to sort of chill in the art world in London. Why is there suffering? With this blasted COVID-19, it's the poor people who are going to suffer the most. You know, the well-off rich bunnies are going to be on their computers just, you know, getting on with their lives. So yet again, the poor people are going to suffer. Now, in the Beatitudes, Christ says, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." So, paradoxically, in suffering, we're closer to God. That's, I think, that's what I'm saying. That actually, to be in suffering is almost better than to be in kind of comfort. I think that's what I'm saying, actually, isn't it? It's a bit odd, isn't it? I'm not a masochist. I mean, I would not wish suffering upon anyone. But I think that's what I'm saying, isn't it? That suffering is good for you or something. That's a bit curious, isn't it? Right. I'm all for happy thoughts and, you know, peace and love and stuff. But the reality of the real world is it just doesn't work like that. I made a film earlier and I just forgot, I couldn't quite say, I didn't say, right, the slave trade, the poor black people, etc. The whole Southern Baptist, born again, movement of the black people singing. Came out of the suffering of the poor black people on the slave traded plantations and stuff for sugar and stuff. So the West could have nice sweet sugar. Yeah. I just can't think of the words at the moment. Why would a loving God allow his people, us lot, to suffer as we do in various ways? Why? I mean, it's a fact that people suffer, obviously. So, how can a loving God allow this to happen? I do not have the answer. I mean, you can virtually pick any country, any area of life, any people, anything, anywhere, and they'll have suffered. I am a Christian, do not have a simple answer to this matter. Why is there so much suffering in the world? You can virtually pick any country, and it's generally the poor people who suffer. So in the Beatitudes, it's blessed is the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. But no one would wish suffering on anyone. It just philosophically, this is an impossible conundrum. How does a loving God allow, if he's the big boss? No, I know that God is the big boss, all right? So, not if. Why does he allow this level of suffering? The Holocaust. But the purges that Russians died. 20 million Russians died. Sri Lanka with the Tamil Tigers. Aceh province in the Philippines, they were all fighting. Zimbabwe with Mugabe and stuff. I mean, you could just pick a country, quite frankly. Chad at the moment, Mali, I think. Nigeria, the northeast corner, they're just Boko Haram or whatever. And it's always the poor people who suffer. And therefore I'm, pouring platitudes, Christian platitudes on those who suffer. Right? That's what I feel. The opiate of the masses, as in Karl Marx. For me, I know that my Redeemer liveth. I am a Christian. I love God through Christ. I'm aware of the suffering in the world. I'm aware that I haven't fixed it. I'm aware that I've done so little to fix it. I get a cough, I'm on heart pills. It's just phlegm that I just have to cough up. I've got acute heart failure. Why does God allow this suffering? You know, that poor people suffer. I mean, it's such an obvious question. At the moment, I'm sitting pretty in nice little old England, you know, perfectly comfortable materially, but that's not good enough. Yes, I pray for people. Yemen and Syria at the moment particularly, but I just don't have the answer. I am a Christian. There is clearly humongous suffering in the world. There has been the most humongous suffering inflicted by human beings on other human beings through the centuries. Those are the facts. Babies are dying now. Typhoid, cholera and dysentery, those are the three big waterborne diseases. I know, because I know the three doctors in Paris who started Médecins Sans Frontières, Doctors Without Borders. I trained as a medical doctor originally at Bristol University. I just don't know what to do about it. What can I do? I'm older than the Prime Minister of Britain. He's only 56. Mr. Boris Johnson, I think he's a complete... Just because he's an old Etonian doesn't make any difference. Someone's got to run the country. Well, I can certainly pray. Amen. I can pray. No one can stop me from praying about these matters. Amen.